Howdy doody everybody, my name is KevGuuey and welcome back to Crystal City. If you missed the last episode, you can click on the eye on the top of the video to watch the previous episode to get caught up. So it seems like we're in Crystal City here. Actually I actually think this is actually the Crystal City because it looks like it's just made of crystals. And then we met this girl. Let's find out what's gonna go on. You have a dysfunction of the vocal apparatus or even the cerebral system. I strongly suggest you apply to the nearest hospital. I will accompany you. Thank you. What? He thinks I'm mentally ill? I'm not retarded, I'm just lost. Do you understand what she just said? And that's not— what the— And only when I said that did I realize that it could be my salvation. I could pretend to be a simpleton who's lost and confused. Actually, I won't even have to pretend. That really is the truth. Do you remember where you live? Apparently not. My brain capacity is a big no-go. Now that's a good question. What was it I came up with? I have retrograde amnesia. I don't remember who I am, where I am, or even when I am. Shit, I think I said that out loud. In that case, I will accompany you regardless of your wishes. Attempted disobedience will be intercepted and ignored. Okay. Girl helped me get up from the road pavement and took my arm. I felt her soft, warm breast snuggle against my forearm. Ah. Am I a prisoner? Will my wishes be ignored? Who cares? Submitting to such a beauty isn't that bad. Plus, who said our wishes wouldn't be the same? Let you take me to the edge of the world, mademoiselle. Okay, so are you into that matrixy thingy? But the walk wasn't that long. In a few steps, we stopped by a bench on which I was carefully seated. Meanwhile, girl stepped over to the lamppost, bent down, pressed something and started talking. I wasn't listening. I was staring at her incredible legs and at what was above them. In this pose, the uniform miniskirt didn't leave anything to the imagination. A couple more seconds and I'll really be in need of a doctor. Why? In order to distract myself, I still couldn't look away. I started trying to guess why the taxi call buttons were made so low. Maybe they're that way so children could reach them, but then why not make a separate panel for them up below? Who is my sudden sexy uniformed helper anyway? Historical movie actress? I don't know, her eyes are just big and wide and just staring into your soul. Nah, judging by her outfit and lack of modesty, the only kind of movie she could be in is porn. Why is that the only thing that— what? How is that logic? Where is that logic? What kind of logic? It's like, if I wore a freaking uniform like that, you know, out in public, someone think I just work in porn? What the— plus her manner of speech doesn't coincide with that sort of character either. It reminds me of a robot. Girl returned to me. She looked concerned. Citizen, your cardiac rate is exponentially interesting. I strongly suggest you calm down. And how are I supposed to do that? Everything she suggests exceptionally strong. So dominant. My eyes found the girl's bouncing breasts and I calmed down rather quickly. What's there to worry about, even if she is a robot? She doesn't look like a red-eyed killing machine. She doesn't crush human skulls with a metal heel or shoot rebels with a laser gun. Are you talking about, you know, the Terminator? Is that what you're referring to? On the contrary, she bent toward me, carefully touched my arm and looked into my eyes with concern. Though she's not wearing panties, she just forgot to put them on. Yes, but she wasn't so much of a hurry that forgot to download her upgrade and put on panties. She has no reason to be ashamed anyway, she's a robot. Or maybe it's just how people dress here. I turned my head and tried to get a better look at the passers-by. Surely enough, there were lean, well-built, attractive men and women walking the streets in rather revealing clothes. One of the girls wasn't even wearing clothes. Nothing more than tattoos on bare skin. Or is that body art? It could be a printed leotard? Can't really tell from here. Fashion. They're just more free with this kind of stuff. Looks like this really is the future. Even back in my time, young people tried to act like that. Act like they're porn star extras who dream of being given a lead role. Meanwhile, the girl calmed down and so did my pulse. I really am a lucky dog. Since there are shameless beauties roaming the streets, since even the robots are cute, since I am no longer a four-eyed freak, but a normal, hardy young guy. Wait, so you're assuming that she's a robot now? Like, you didn't even talk to her, you're just making all these assumptions and accusations. Man, this guy. Since I'm surrounded by high technologies and in a fantastic city, I'm not even going to bother finding out how I got here. I wouldn't want to scare away my good fortune and ruin everything, and again I'll have to, for the exact same reasons. I wouldn't want to accidentally go home. I like it better here. A noiseless taxi pulled over, almost identical to the one I rode in earlier. My new tender companion bent over and got inside first. This time I shamelessly checked out her pretty legs and everything above them, but I kept my hands to myself and resisted spanking her. Huh. Maybe a robot, but she is a nice and caring girl as well. Moreover, she strongly reminded me of someone, though I couldn't remember who it was. Glad to welcome you on board, citizen. Flinch and checked the seats in front of me. Surely enough, there was no one in the cabin but us. There was a car talking to us. I wonder why the one that brought me into the city didn't say anything. I only sighed if I didn't imagine things. Good day to you too. How are you doing? Is your car running fine? Are you avoiding flat tires? How long has it been since your last oil change? An uncomfortable pause filled the air. Then the car burst out laughing, so suddenly it made me flinch again. Ha 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 ha. I have never been taken for an autopilot. This is great. My friends will die when they hear this one. Is that bad? Is your job so boring that there's nothing better to tell? Oh no, not at all. No boredom. There's always something interesting happening in vehicles. Once there was a high-ranking official on my ship who had too much to drink and threw up right where you're sitting. I jumped up, banged my head on the glass ceiling. Not even the cars are transparent, and fell back. Oh, come on. We replaced the seats in the cabin lining. This is virtually a different car now. Another time there was an athlete who seduced triplets. It was kind of cramped here, but they managed. The voice felt sounded as if it was expecting something, but I failed to understand what it was. Don't you want to know who they were? Has someone already told you those rumors? If that's the case, then how much did they charge? Perhaps I should reconsider my price list. I was dumbfounded, so the taxi driver isn't here to drive out to gather and sell slime. This is a taxi, it's a tabloid stall. Perhaps you're interested in other subjects. The invisible man just wouldn't stop, and I was growing too quietly to despise the gossiper monger. I see you're riding with Gorda, yet not engaging in sexual intercourse with her. May I assume that you're only interested in this technical side of robots? Or perhaps you like science in general, then you must learn that the Corps of Searchers made yet another discovery. They isolated the group of genes responsible for levitation. This information is not yet confirmed by official sources. That is why I was able to purchase it for distribution. People will be able to fly, imagine that. Though if they turn out to be aggressive as the last test subjects, then they'll join them in their cell. Ha ha ha. Have you heard the new joke? A telepath, a teleporter, and a seer are sitting in a prison cell. The teleporter asked the others, how did you guys get caught? I was moving things around in my sleep. My neighbors saw me and ratted me out. The telepath said that he punched someone in the face for thinking bad about him. Then the seer says that no one ever caught him, but he saw the future where he was sitting in a cell, the telepath in a teleporter. So he had to go and turn himself in. No one can escape fate. Really? I mean, you could have escaped fate without actually going there. The invisible cabbie burst with laughter, but soon noticed that his passengers didn't even crack a smile and hurried to quiet down. Meanwhile, I was getting more and more annoyed, even clenched my fists. So I love robots, but don't screw them in cabs for some reason, right? And you bastard are losing money because of it. This place probably even has video surveillance. I can watch the drunk official puking. Or the triplets having intercourse with the athlete and groaning because the cabin is so tight. And you would have loved to film me screwing this nice robotic girl that so conveniently didn't put on panties. The girl's gentle palm lightly squeezed my hand. I glanced at her, expecting that she would strongly suggest for me to reduce my cardiac rate. But all the artificial beauty did was slightly shake her head, as if to say, no need to get involved with this freak. He's right, I can't even smash his face in. There's no face. I tried to relax. Then clenched my fist, uncurled my palm, and lightly squeezed the girl's hand in return. Meaning everything's fine, I got your message. A faint smile appeared on her lips. We have reached the destination point. Would you like to pay for some part of the information you received from me? You wish. Now the voice sounded extremely sad, but it continued anyway. Would you like to evaluate the quality of service during your trip? Trust me, it's best for you if I don't. Oh, hi again. The taxi raced off as soon as we left it. The doors closed and the car is ready on its way. I'm not sure whether this is the way they do things around here or the gossiper got worried about his reputation. I prefer thinking it was the latter. So she is a robot after all. My mood switched polarity once again. I was overwhelmed with delight, feeling like a little boy who just got a radio-controlled helicopter. Ooh. We have beautiful cities of glass and concrete in our world, and in our time too, we even have driverless cars, but androids who can't be towed from humans. Unbelievable. Back in the car, it was as if she switched from robot to human mode and acted like a completely real girl. Even now, I'm still holding her soft, warm palm and squeezing her thin, delicate fingers. The girl flung the glass door open for me and gestured me to enter. I looked back and realized that she wasn't going to go on any further, and I felt myself suffocate. Oh, come on, I'm freaking Spider-Man. I have excellent eyesight and powerful muscles. Body can't have asthma. Wait, we haven't even got acquainted. What's your name? You're weird. Asking in Moy 1421 Esquire module, its name wouldn't have been crossed anyone's mind. We don't have names. People call us Guardas. That's actually a common name, but I won't mind it becoming a proper one. The module number won't mean anything to you. You'll probably never meet again. Guarda? Alright, let it be Guarda. What did you mean by saying? Citizen, you have been delivered to the Crystal City Central Clinic. Here you will be provided with medical services and required assistance. If you have any more questions, I strongly suggest using the terminal. Have a nice day. I think I understood what Guarda meant. A nearly human personality gave way to a rather simple machine intelligence, a module. Once again, there was a mere robot in front of me. A mere robot! It didn't take me long to get used to the world of future. A breathtakingly high-tech android is now a mere robot for me. Wow, what the heck? It's like someone just, like... This building is like, no one added color. It's like, alright, let me just draw outlines of this building. Bam, that's it. What's more is that I've let the existence of telepaths, teleporters, and clairvoyants go completely past me. I'm starting to like this world more and more. I'll just have to ignore the gossipy cab drivers. Now I suppose there's nothing for me at the hospital. The headache's nearly gone, so let's go out and study this brave new world. The door decides to ruin my plans and fails to budge. It was all glass, transparent, and had no visible locking mechanisms in it. Despite that, it was somehow locked. But Guarda opened it so easily. Then again, she is a robot. I won't be surprised if she can bend rails and chew iron nails too. Imagine the android girl wearing a chef's hat and an apron while standing by the stove and stir-frying nails. Funny, but this is clearly no subject for me to think about now. What should I do now? The doors won't let me out. I'm going to be medically treated whether I like it or not. But I'm not sick. Who can I explain that to? I faced away from the door and almost shrieked. There was a dismembered human head hanging in the air. And again, it only took me a second to realize that it was a hologram. Intelligent-looking old man was eyeing me with interest. I returned the favor and started staring at him. His head, to be exact. Body below it was absolutely see-through. Old man, well, not exactly old. He definitely looked over than 50. Maybe even 50. Anyway, to me that seemed old. Well, hello, mon cher. I've disabled the door. It's not becoming of you to be roaming the city with a bump like that. Good out to you too, mon cher. Shouldn't have said that. Coming from him, mon cher sounded better. In my case, it just sounded inappropriately unceremonious. So right now, this is an online message where you can fix and erase something you haven't sent yet. Well, at least I managed to say it with a dash of sarcasm. As in, how dare you call me dear? We've never even met before. Or have we? Do we know each other? You and I? I don't think so. Shall we continue our conversation in the office, mon cher? Selena will lead you there. Ooh, hello! One friend me started moving. I suppressed the urge to shriek and didn't even wince this time. Stop being such a drama queen, it's embarrassing. Only did I notice a girl standing in front of the white plastic, wearing all white and white hair and an extremely pale skin. Oh, hello. She turned her face toward me and I saw her red-colored eyes. She's albino. Though her lashes and eyebrows aren't white, must be makeup. What? Okay, this is normal. Only albinos have red eyes and vampires. Surely their scientific research could come up with something even worse. Nah, she's probably albino. Let's not complicate things. Anime authors love making characters like her. Usually such frail, pale, red-eyed girls behave like they're introverts too. The girl didn't make any eye contact. Her frowning gaze was directed at somewhere on the side and a bit upwards. She sighed and replied to my greeting without taking time to stop staring into vacancy. An introverted albino? Are you kidding me? Am I in a Chinese porno movie? I mean anime, of course. It's an old joke, back from the previous century it seems. I made this joke in the presence of an otaku I used to know. He didn't appreciate the humor, got offended, and we never spoke again ever since. Well, that's what happens when you do that. Alright, lead the way, paper girl. Just don't stop or I'll lose you in the white background again. Selena sighed, turned around, and started walking along the wall, taking care to keep her hand on it. Took a closer look and noticed bumps on the white plastic. They formed some complex pattern as if the wall was a giant microchip. Albino's finger glided precisely over one of the winding paths at the intersection to switch to the other paths and followed them with precision. Furthermore, the girl never even glanced at the wall, as if she'd memorized all patterns on all walls of the clinic's huge multi-story building. Oh, is she blind? Won't be surprised if that turns out to be just the case. If the movies can be trusted to, then the brain of such people is an incredibly powerful computer that's better than any electronic device on Earth. We entered an elevator. The path on the wall went through one of the buildings, and the doors closed smoothly and without a sound. I was about to ask why we weren't moving when I felt my insides jerk. The doors parted again. I wondered what floor we're on. I saw no numbers on the buttons, not that there were any. How do they choose the right button out of 50? Do they count from the edge every time? What edge, top or bottom? This room was as white as all the other facilities in the clinic. When I think of it, that's strange. All buildings in the city are glass. Even the partition walls are see-through. Yet they're white here. Is this because we're in a clinic? No one wants to look at blood and guts during surgeries. The old man's head was already here. No wonder it's not like it has to roll up and down the stairs, touching the steps with its lips. What's up, Doc? Wanna get started with the treatment? The head nodded as if to say, yes, let's start. Well, what's this button? Oh! Okay, so that's the button. Alright, well. Okay, now we know. We are in a hospital with a floating head and a albino girl, I guess? But anyways, we are in this really white room, this really white hospital. I want to figure out what is going on in the next episode of Crystal City. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you guys didn't, please slime that like button and subscribe down below for more awesome videos. Thank you everybody for watching this episode, and you will hear me in the next one. Goodbye!